Hey everyone, Brian Von Vier here, back at it again with another set of D&D stories. Today, we have a question to ask everybody. Hey, what are your best, are you sure you want to do this, moments, part 1. I ran a one-shot and the players could fight animals in a coliseum. The players immediately asked for an elephant. I had the clerk balk at them and say an elephant would surely kill them. The players asked for an elephant. I clarified out of character that I, the DM, was warning them. The players asked for an elephant. I told them the elephant was combat rated 7, and that they were level 2 and that it would kill every single party member. The players asked for an elephant. I gave up. I gave them the damn elephant and just TPK'd them. One of my players decided to shoot a dragon with a ballista at level 1. And then proceeded to Misty Step onto its back and tried to tame it. He died. The players were at a port city investigating an enclave of Navy admirals that wanted to overthrow the governor, who is related to our party's ranger with the noble background. Due to a series of actions, the admirals were able to lure a bunch of high-ranking members of the city council into a single ship and take them hostage, demanding to the captain of the guards a series of demands and ordering them not to attack or they'd kill the hostages. Not a minute after that sentence is done, our ranger says, "I pull out an arrow and shoot the speaker." I ask him if he is sure. The rest of the table is dumbfounded. He assures me he wants to go through with it. He fires the arrow, it hits, and kills the speaker. The other sailors look confused, look at each other, and roll for which of the 10 council members they are going to execute. I roll a 1. The city governor, the ranger's brother. Everyone at the table loses their mind as the governor is beheaded and thrown into the sea. I do not know what his rationale behind that was, and I kind of feel guilty about it to this day. Hey man, don't feel guilty about that. The ranger made his choice, and he lost his head over it. I ran a one-off with like, 5 players. Most played before, and they started at level 4. Scenario started in a tavern with some background about an NPC that they were supposed to talk to about finding a treasure. I described the tavern and its occupants, and at the end I say something like, "What would you like to do?" to the group to signal that the game has begun. Immediately, the guy who has never played D&D before yells, "I throw my axe at that guy!" There was, no talking him out of it. He threw his axe, and that really set the tone for the scenario. When they were chasing a super famous but evil noble family out of the city, one member of the family was explicitly stated as being good and kind and went out of their way to feed the poor at night and accidentally dropped money in the slums. I repeatedly mentioned that she was the only good person in the family. They even had a chance to meet with the family during a party and get to know them. Our neutral good monks sprinted past their guards as they were fleeing and said, "I attack her by punching her in the back of the head." Wait, not the dad? Who? The mom? No, the daughter. The daughter? Yeah. Rolls to attack? Booyah, natural 20, sucka! Alright, you punch the innocent daughter with 4 hit points in the back of the head. Dealing massive damage, you kill her instantly as her neck snaps and she falls forward and slams her head on a rock, cracking her head open. Wait, what? After the fight, he was then adamant that he carry her corpse back into the city. You know, carrying a super famous dead girl back into the city like nobody would ask questions. The party eventually just ripped her out of his hands after a 10-minute debate and stuck her corpse in a bag of holding. God, that was really sad. Why the hell did the monk do that? There's so many questions. I'm a bit late, but here goes nothing. I am currently running Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, and in the first dungeon there is a room with an altar covered in human entrails. Guess who decided to try and eat said entrails? Not 1, but 2 separate party members tried. And I have to do this some justice. I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. had a party member get into a battle of wits with an ancient red dragon, not realizing that if it won, it'd take its reward and anything else it wanted, which the party would see as losing. But what they didn't realize is beating one of the most arrogant, tyrannical, and prideful monsters in D&D would have actually been worse than losing and stroking its ego. I asked them repeatedly if they wanted to handle this differently, but no! Let's do the contest where winning makes a red dragon feel inferior and losing gives it whatever it asks for. Big Bad Evil Guy is obsessively in love with NPC. Party has decided to protect the NPC from the Big Bad Evil Guy. The Big Bad Evil Guy is currently in front of the party while attacking the town they are in, and to toy with the party, player decides to put a gun to NPC's head, telling the Big Bad Evil Guy to stop, or else. The Big Bad Evil Guy, honestly DM, assures the guy is bluffing. PC shoots the NPC. The, "Are you sure?" comes out. He says, "Yup." Alright, that's initiative because others in the party were so not up for murdering an innocent NPC to piss off the Big Bad Evil Guy, they managed to stop him before he pulled the trigger, thus averting the holy hell of a disaster I was going to be forced to put them through. Alienated the hell out of that NPC though, let me tell you what. My rogue was getting upset that he couldn't stab the dragon that was flying around, so he wanted to jump on it, while it was flying over a 400-foot chasm. I believe I can fly. I believe— oh shit, I'm falling to my death! Level 1 edgelord who is king of a dark dimension climbed up a 2-story house to scout. Finds nothing. Jumps off the roof, 5 minutes into the game, dead. He was new to D&D. Are you sure you want to jump down? Yeah. You can climb down. Nah, I'll just, jump off. Dead. Right after they started in an abandoned town, DM roleplayed an angel taking pity and reviving him, as no one else could at level 1. A fair but sturdy warning was attached. Had a room where there was a 3-foot wide wooden post in the center. Nailed to it via iron spikes through the forehead were 3 clerics of different gods. One good, one evil, one neutral. On the walls, sprawled in blood and deep speech was,
I do solemnly swear that blasphemy is what I strive for.
The walls practically hum with magic, and this is inside a wizard tower with many, many traps. Monk read the words. I asked her if she read them out loud. She wisely decided she read them in her head first. Party was very close to a TPK, and the bad guy was also low health, but not super low, so he offered to back off so everybody lives. 3 of the 5 party members were unconscious, making death saving throws. The 2 members who were still up agreed, and when the big bad started to flee, a party member decided to attack him when his back was turned. I asked, "Are you sure you want to do that?" The attack ended up missing, but the damage was done. The bad guy came back, knocked that player unconscious, and then killed a player who was already downed, before once again offering to part ways before things got worse to the remaining standing player. Level 5 party, absolutely confident they could kill the combat rating 13 Hydra that was not intended to be a fight. 1 character survived. In my defense, I tried to pull my punches, and I did warn them probably 6 times that this was a bad idea. It was supposed to be one of those, hey, this thing is here, it's stuck here, you should come back later and kill it, not the, I bet it has sweet loot, fireball go boom. This encounter is exactly why you shouldn't bank your strategies on good/perfect rolls for damage. Party had talked their way into a cult. They get let through a magical, very nasty barrier into the cult stronghold. It's dusk, so I narrate that they are invited for dinner with the lower level folk, and then can rest or explore or shank people in their sleep. The bard and ranger decide to try to go by themselves with the cult leader to the inner sanctum. Just you two? Yep. We want to see what's inside and talk to her more. got blasted by an evil god's watcher spell. Bard now has 7 HP, and the alarm is set off for everyone. Infiltration turned into a full-blown retreat. 2 PCs don't make it out, everyone else is less than 10 HP, and 1 is cursed. I had a party of 5, all level 3, starting Storm King's Thunder. There is a cave near the beginning that has an ambiguous tunnel, and you, as the DM, may choose what to put back there. I chose a room full of Galeb-Dur. Galeb-Dur are earth elementals that appear as ordinary boulders, until they stand up and have a vaguely humanoid shape. They can use simple magic to animate nearby boulders, which become more Galeb-Dur, though not permanently. They also have a rolling attack, which can do decent damage. These were meant to be a higher level encounter that they could mark on their map and come back to later or just avoid altogether. I basically wanted them to have to run away from something. They all walk in the room and the boulders stand up ominously. They are a little spooked, but don't leave yet. The Galeb-Dur then use their magic to multiply. Most of the party, at this point, steps out of the room. The Galeb-Dur wouldn't attack them if they all stepped outside the room. Their doorway was a triggering threshold for them. The druid decides, I'm going to stand in the doorway to ensure my party can leave. At this point, all of the Galeb-Dur begin to roll towards him. There were 4 originally and created 4 more through magic. The other 4 members, which are Paladin, Rogue, Bard, and Warlock, all dash away down the hallway, which is conveniently uphill. What does the druid do? He stays in the doorway to block them. Are you sure? Yeah, they're coming at us, right? Well, yeah, but everyone else ran away 60 feet down/up the hallway/tunnel. Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. Alrighty then. Level 3 Druid has approximately 20 HP. Galeb-Dur deal 2d6 plus 5 with a slam attack. If they roll at least 20 feet towards a target, they gain an extra 2d6. That means they have a spread of 9 to 29 damage each. If they all hit, that's a 36 to 116. Now, he had 2 turns to leave and chose to stay. I was flabbergasted. I don't remember if they all hit, but I do remember that he was not quite insta-killed. P.S. He still died because the Warlock was trying to acquire souls for his patron. He only needed a rodent-sized soul a week, but the Druid apparently didn't like his weak character, and they decided he, the Warlock, should take his Druid soul. So he ran to his side after the Galeb-Dur retreated into the room and slit his throat, giving the soul to his patron. Putting a bag of holding inside a bag of holding. It's like when you divide by 0. You don't want to do that again. Hey everyone, Brian Von VA here, back at it again to check in after the vid. Has everybody enjoyed themselves tonight? Hopefully, and if you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and to ring that bell to get notified whenever we post a new video, or, by chance, when we go live. And if you want a little bit more footage, some extra goodies, then head on over to our secondary channel, Riptovia. And if you want to submit a story to us as well, please do so on r/MrRipper. And using a help action, come say hi to me, Brian Von VA, where I'm going to start doing your D&D characters some justice by voicing them over on YouTube. Or come over on my Twitch to see me play some games with a hot bit of community member fun. Links are all in the description below. And as always, I try to end things on a positive note. So now I'm just going to say very bluntly, you're all valued, loved, cared for, and appreciated. I know it's kind of a generic thing to say, but I have somebody who does this on my stream every night before we all go to bed or before she goes to bed. And it's true. Everybody here is valued and loved and cared for in their own way. Of course, I can't, speak for everybody else in the world and how they feel about you, but I want you to know from this narrator's sitting point, from where I'm here recording right now, I love each and every one of you, and I truly hope that the world provides you what you need, because y'all deserve a happy and healthy life. So please, never give up on yourselves. Be safe, be happy, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.